Today I will explain a new topic, that is hidden goodwill. Okay children, but today before starting this concept I will revise which concept we have discussed already. Okay, so according this correct topics are NPSR, new profit sharing ratio. All the questions of related new profit sharing ratio already I have solved on the board, and also I have given different type of numerical question related to NPSR in your homework. Okay. Second, gaining ratio, treatment of goodwill, how the firm has treated the goodwill amount at the time of retiring partner. Okay. So that time the firm how calculate the goodwill and which amount the firm has given to the retiring partner. That is treatment of goodwill. Treatment of goodwill we have used by two methods. First, when the goodwill appear in the books of account. Second, goodwill amount not appear in the books of account. So children, both the cases I have solved all the numerical question and general entries in earlier videos. So today I will start a new topic, that is hidden goodwill. So children, hidden goodwill, already we have discussed this topic according to the simple average method, super profit method, and capitalization. So children, in this concept we have used the different types of numerical question, and we will calculate the goodwill amount as hidden in the profit. Okay. So already we have discussed about the hidden goodwill at the time of admission of a new partner. But this concept also has used in the retirement of a partner. So today I will discuss about this. Okay. So hidden goodwill, the firm paying a lump sum amount to the retiring partner with their dues. The goodwill amount is hidden in that period. So children, when the partner has retired from the firm, that time firm also has given the excess amount to their dues. So in their dues, in their payments, the goodwill amount already has hidden. So now we are calculating which amount of goodwill as hidden in these profits. So today I will explain these numerical questions. So children, suppose question is, there are three partners X, Y, Z. Their profit sharing ratio is 1 to 3, and Z wants to take the retire, and his his capitals after making all adjustments for reserves and profit on revaluation stands at rupees 2,50,000. X and Y here agreed to pay him rupees 3 lakh in full settlement of his claim. So recording necessary journal entry pass journal entries for the treatment of goodwill, if the NPSR is decided as 1:3. So children, solution will be, first we will calculate the goodwill amount. Okay. So first we will calculate the goodwill amount, hidden goodwill, amount paid by the firm 3 lakh, and capital amount including all claims 2,40,000. So according this 60,000 rupees are excess. Okay, so that is good. Okay, now we will calculate the second gaining ratio. Gaining ratio, new ratio is 1:5, 1:3. Old ratio 1:2:3. X gain 1.4 minus 1.6 is equals to 3 minus 2 upon 12, 1.12 by 3 upon 4 minus 9, 2 upon 6 is equals to 9 minus 4 upon 6, 5 upon 12. So gaining ratio will be 1:5. Next, general entry we will pass. Entries X capital account debit, Y capital account debit to Z capital account so the share of goodwill will be transferred in gaining ratio 1:3 to X and Y. Okay children, so children this is the question. See, question is X, Y, Z are three partners. Their ratio is 1, 2 and 3. Now Z wants to take the retirement from the firm and his ratio is 3. Okay, so when Z will be retired from the firm, then after his retirement X and Y will be gained in goodwill. Okay. These are the adjustments. Capital after making all adjustments for reserves and profit on devaluation stands at rupees 2,40,000. So children, when Z has given a notice for the retirement, that time the firm has given, so according to this the firm has given 2,48,000 for their claims. Okay, X and Y here agree, but X and Y have agreed to pay him rupees 3 lakh. So his claim is 2,40,000, but now X and Y has given 3 lakh rupees for their claims. So according to this 60,000 amount excess has given by X and Y in favor of Z. Okay, in full settlement of his claim. Pass general entry for the treatment of goodwill. So according to this we are preparing general entry how we calculate the goodwill. Okay, if the new profit sharing ratio is decided as 1:3. So children, when the X will be retired from the firm, after his retirement, X and Y share in future 1:3 in goodwill. Okay. So first we will calculate the amount of goodwill which has hidden in their claims. So first hidden goodwill amount paid by the firm. Firm has given 3 lakh rupees to Z. Full settlement. Okay. Capital amount included all claims excess. So according this firm has given 60,000 rupees excess. So but his dues is amount 2,40,000. So 60,000 amount has excess in his claims. According to this new ratio is 1:3, old ratio 1:3. See 1, 2, 3. According to this, first we will calculate the x gain or second we will calculate the y gain. So children, x gain or y gain is meaning is when the Z will be retired. After his retirement, goodwill will be distributed in 1:3 in future among the x or y. Okay. So according this, we want to calculate how much amount they will gain in future according this ratio. So according this, x gain 1/4, 1 upon total ratio 1/4 minus 1/6. Okay, total ratio is 6. X gain 1/4 minus 1/6 is equals to 1/12. Y 3/4, 3/4 minus 2/6, 2/6 is equals to 5/12. So according this, x and y will be gained in future 1:5 in goodwill. Okay. Next, we will pass the necessary general entry. X capital account debit 10,000, Y capital account debit 50,000 to Z capital account 60,000. So children, now this time Z goodwill amount is 60,000 in the firm. Now his retirement 60,000 amount will be distributed by old partner in their new profit sharing ratio, gaining ratio. Okay. So according this, X will be gained 10,000 rupees in goodwill in future. According to new ratio, Y also has taken 50,000 rupees goodwill in future according to the gaining ratio, and to Z capital account 60,000 rupees. Being share of goodwill will be transferred in gaining ratio 1:3 to x and y. So children, इसका मतलब है कि जब कोई पार्टनर फर्म से रिटायर हो रहा है तो उसके रिटायर होने के बाद उसकी गुडविल, जो भी उसके एफर्ट्स थे, जितनी गुडविल अभी उसके नाम से जनरेट हो रही थी, उस सारी गुडविल पे डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन हो जाएगा और पुराने पार्टनर जो है उस गुडविल को डिस्ट्रीब्यूट कर लेंगे आपस में एक नए गेनिंग रेशियो के अकॉर्डिंग. ओके. सो आई होप दिस क्वेश्चन विल बी क्लियर टू यू ऑल. Okay children, so now our other topic is accumulated profit loss and reserve. Children, these topic already we have discussed at the time of admission of a new partner. So children, these are the same topics which we have used in the chapter of retirement of a partner. So according this, when that time we are using these treatment at the time of admission of a new partner in the firm. And now we are using these concepts at the retiring of a partner from the firm. Okay. So these are the same concept. So according this, a new concept is accumulated profit loss and reserve. Upon retirement of a partner, if there are undistributed any profits or reserves, it also will be divided in all the old partners in their old profit sharing ratio. So children, according this, which are reserved, the firm has used these reserves and undistributed profit and loss will be distributed among all the partners, old partners in their old profit sharing ratio. And in this amount, a retiring partner also has a sacrificing, also has the amount of his. So according this, at the time of retirement of any partner, the firm also will be given the reserves and profits and loss to a retiring partner in their old profit sharing ratio. So according this, I have solved a question. Children, suppose question is P, Q, R. These are the partners. Now their profit sharing ratio is 4:3:2. According this, total ratio is 9. P wants to retire. Okay. P wants to take the retirement from the firm. When reserve, that time his retirement 45,000 reserve has shown in the books of account. Reserves. So we will pass the entries. Pass entry. So children, question is, there are three partners P, Q, R. their profit sharing ratio, old profit sharing ratio is 432 is equals to 9. Now P wants to take the retirement, and at the date of his retirement, the firm books has shown 45,000 rupees as a reserve. So now according we will pass the necessary journal entry at the time of retirement of P. So according this, in this reserve amount, 45,000 amount also has taken by P. Okay, according to his ratio. So we will pass the entry P capital, reserves account debit 45,000 rupees to P capital account, Q capital account to R capital account. Okay, how we will divide this amount? 45,000 rupees total reserve. Now we will distribute according to the ratio 9. 9 5s are 45. So 5,000 rupees. Their ratio is 4, 3 and 2. So into 5,000, 20,000, 5, 15,000 and 5, 10,000. So children, according this we will distribute the reserve amount in their old profit sharing ratio. So according this, reserve amount has debit 45,000 to P capital account, P, Q and R. P will take 20,000 rupees in reserve, Q will take 15,000 rupees in reserve, and R also has taken 10,000 rupees in reserve. Okay, so we will pass the relation being reserves amount has distributed among all the old partners in their old profit sharing ratio. Okay children, so according this we will pass the journal entry at the time of reserve and profit loss accumulated. So again I will explain, there are three partners P, Q and R. Their profit sharing ratio, old ratio is 432 is equals to 9, total ratio is 9. 45,000 reserve has shown in the books of account at the time of retirement of P. So now the firm P also will take his ratio in the reserve. So according this we will pass journal entry. First we will distribute the amount, how much amount we will take according to the partners individually. So 45,000 reserve amount will divide by 9, total ratio 5,000 amount will be single unit. Okay, so P ratio is 4, Q 3 and R 2. So according this 20,000 amount will take P in this reserve amount. So according this entry will be reserves account debit. Total reserves are showing in the books of account 45,000 and PQR will take according to their capital ratio, old ratio. Okay, so this is the question related to accumulated profit and reserves. Okay children, so next topic is disposal of amount due to retiring partner. The outgoing partner account is settled as per the terms of partnership deed in lump sum immediately or in various installments with or without interest, as agreed to, partially in cash immediately and partly in installment at the agreed intervals. In the absence of any agreement, Section 37 of the Indian Partnership Act 1932 is applicable, which states that the outgoing partner has an option to receive either interest 6% per annum till the date of payment or such share of profit which has been earned with his or her money based on capital ratio. Hence, the total amount due to the retiring partner, which is ascertained after all adjustments have been made, is to be paid immediately to the retiring partner. In case the firm is not in a position to make the payment immediately, the amount due is transferred to the retiring partner's loan account, and as and when the amount is paid, it is debited to his account. So children, according to the disposal of amount due to retiring partner, in this concept, when a partner has taken the retirement from the firm, that time the firm has not in a position to make all the payments immediately. So according this, firm has given his or her amount at in the lump sum or in the installment, various installment. So firm can be used both the methods for payment to a retiring partner related to their dues. So at the time of retiring, retiring of a partner, when the firm has given his dues, the firm can be make a separate account, that is partners loan account. So according to the partners loan account, the firm will be given all the payments in a lump sum amount or can be in a various installment. So through this account, the firm will be settle all the payments to the retiring partner ratio. So today now also I have explained this concept. See children, here is a question. So here is a question related to disposal of a partners, retiring partners. So question is, Amrinder, Mahinder and Joginder are partners in a firm. Mahinder retired from the firm. On his date of retirement, rupees 60,000 becomes due to him. Amrinder and Joginder promise to pay him in installment every year at the end of the year. Prepare Mahinder loan account in the following cases. Okay children, so this is the question. In the firm, there are three partners, Amrinder, Mahinder and Joginder. Their profit sharing ratio also has not given in the question. But at the time of retirement of Mahinder, that time his amount due, his amount due on the firm, that is 60,000. But according this, Amrinder and Joginder promised to pay him in installment every year at the end of year. So according this, we are preparing now Mahinder loan account. Okay, so first these are the cases we are paying the amounts in different situations, different terms and conditions. So first case is when payment is made for yearly installment plus interest at rate 12% per annum on the unpaid balance. So first case is when remaining partner has given 60,000 rupees to Mahinder according to four yearly installment. Okay, so this amount 60,000 rupees has given by the old partners in favor of Mahinder in four yearly installments, and the rate will be charged 12% per annum. Second case, when they agree to pay 3 yearly installment 20,000 including interest 12% per annum on the outstanding balance during the first 3 years and the balance including interest in the 4th year. So according to second case, the firm will be given his dues 20,000 rupees particular will be paid 3 years. Okay, so every year the firm will be given 20,000 rupees to Mahinder, and the amount will the firm will be charged 12% interest. Third case is when payment is made in 4 equal yearly installment including interest 12% per annum on the unpaid balance. So children, according to first case, the firm has divided 60,000 rupees in 4 yearly installment with 12% interest. According to second case, the firm has divided 60,000 rupees in 3 installment, 20,000 rupees per year installment, and the amount will be will be charged 12% per annum. And according to third case, the firm has given 4 yearly installment at the rate of 12% interest. So we will prepare the Mahinder loan account. First case is when payment is made in 4 yearly installment plus interest. So children, according this, the firm will be given 60,000 rupees in 4 years divided by 4 is equals to 15,000 rupees every year the firm will be paid to Mahinder. Okay, plus interest 12%. So according this, the firm has given 15,000 rupees every year with the interest. So according this, books of Amrinder and Joginder, Mahinder's loan account, yearly installment. So year first, bank account, Mahindra Capital 60,000 rupees with interest 7,200. Now the total amount is 67,200. The firm has given 15,000 plus 7,200. So 7,200, 60,000 into 12 upon 100 is equals to 7,200 is interest amount. So 15,000 installment amount and 7,200 interest amount. So according this 22,200 amount will be paid by the firm to a retiring partner. So bank 22,200 and the remaining amount will be 45,000. It will be carried down next year. So second year, see, second year 45,000 amount has passed and we are brought down this amount. Interest now 45,000 into 12. According this 5,400 interest will be charged. So total amount will be second year 50,400. Again the firm has given 20,400 payment to the retiring partner in bank account and the remaining amount is 30,000. Third year balance brought down, 30,000 amount has passed. Interest 3,600. Now 30,000 into 12 upon 100 is equals to 3,600 will be charged as an interest on this balance amount. So 33,600 amount will be balanced. According this firm has given 15,000 installment and 3,600 for interest. So total amount will be 18,600. Now the balance amount is 15,000. It will be passed in fourth year. So see, fourth year 15,000, 1,800 interest, 16,800 total amount, 15,000 into 12 upon 100, 1,800 and 16,800 the firm has given to Mahinder and his account will be closed. Okay. In this question, the firm has prepared 4 yearly installments. So we have prepared 4 year accounts. Okay. Next is when payment is made in 3 years. Now according to second case, the firm has given this amount in 3 yearly installment and every year firm has given 20,000 rupees to the partners. So 20,000, 60,000 into 12 upon 100 is equals to 7,200. So first year payment will be 67,200. The firm has given 20,000 and the remaining amount 47,200. Second year will be passed. Amount balance brought down into 12 upon 100. Interest will be 5,664 and 20,000 the firm has given in second year. So balance 32,864. Next in third year 32,864 into 12 upon 100. We will calculate the interest 3,944 and the balance the firm again has given 20,000 installment. Next fourth year 16,808 and the interest 12% per annum 2017. Again the firm has given 18,825. So in this question the firm has given this amount in 3 yearly installment as per 20,000. And last is when payment is made in 4 equal yearly installment. So children, in this case the firm has given 60,000 rupees in 4 equally yearly installment at the rate of 12% per annum. 60,000 into 12 upon 100, 7,200 interest, 67,200. The firm has given 19,754. Next we will pass this entry in second year 47,446 and into 12. Interest will be 5,694. Again the firm has given, so according this the firm has given 4 yearly installment is 60,000 rupees at the rate of 12% to the retiring partner. Okay children, so today I have explained 3 concepts. First, hidden goodwill, how we will calculate the hidden goodwill in his total lump sum amount which the firm has given to the retiring partner. Second question, we have used accumulated profit and profit loss and reserves. Okay, and third question I have explained the disposable. So disposal account also can be say partners loan account. How we will prepare the partners loan account? These 3 concepts today I have explained. So with the numerical question. So children, I hope these questions will be clear to you all. So take care. Goodbye.